This light here has been leaking for a very, very long time, to such an extent that it trips the electricity. I think I've now fixed it because I've taken it out the light. This is where the water trickles down the wall as soon as we get any sort of rain. So we're lucky today that it's mainly wind, and you might see that I've tried painting out all the trickles that have come down from the oak coat hooks that I put in, and that runs right down the wall, runs right onto the floor that I laid, and is soaking that part of the floor as well. So a little bit disappointing. That's Christmas Day and Boxing Day done. It's now the 27th, and this is our garage wall again on the inside, dripping down in front of the door. So when you use the door, you get wet. It's a known problem. It's been there a good while. It's now coming down the corner of the wall. There's a known solution. It's just having the motivation to get on and do it. This is where we leave the water's coming in, and you can even see the jointing is pretty weak. And normally I'd have some light flashing over there because it's all about the garage. It's less than it's flashed. This is a hard solution, which I can see it's got some merits. Perhaps it starts looking a bit dodgy. Spread along the joint and start to realise that it hasn't got a hold out. There's the garage where there's two doors, and this door's not finished. It was a design fault. It's not been put right. There was no threshold bar there. I've put that in, and that's made the room a lot more secure from the wind. That's the side where Ben came and actually did a bit of work on that for us. It's not finished, none of it's filled. It's been like that since we moved into the property. This is the loft, and this is the chimney breast, which I don't know if you can see, but it's soaking wet. It's obviously leaking at the top somewhere. I was told it's probably the flashings, but then somebody told me that there's actually metal caps meant to be on top of the chimney, but they've not appeared at all, so I don't know where they are, but I think you can see the dampness, and it hasn't rained for a number of days at the moment, so that's residue from some time ago, and we are running the fire, so it's certainly not drying out. So this is the guest bedroom, toilet window. They're not siliconed in the windows on the outside, they use a foam, and quite clearly it doesn't work. So my fear is what happens to the rest of the windows. I mean, is this going to start coming through on all the windows over time? Pretty convinced it will. It's not getting better at all. In fact, it's damp again, so perhaps they need to look at that a bit sooner. Fence is up now. This is where I prepared all the flowers and bushes to put in. They were promised for November, actually. That's the second day. But still not there. Lifted all the soil off the fence. Just waiting for those to be planted. Here we have the corners. I was told there was a 12-week wait for these. I've been waiting a lot longer. That's all the corners are missing. It's really hard to show scratches on a window, but I think the best thing I can do is just to make, if you can hear that, they're just, I'm sure you can hear that, just scratches over the ones in the nursery. Just there. Incredible. They're so deep that you just run your finger along and you can hear the quite a good one. They're all over this one. You see them everywhere. You won't be able to see them, but you certainly hear them. This one's incredible. Like, listen to that. All the way along. Just horrendous scratches. There's been some dispute as to whether they're there or not. Trust me, they're there. All the trickle vents are closed. It's hard to describe just how much wind is coming through here, but hopefully you can hear it in the video.